Hello and welcome to another episode of Odyssey Strength Podcast, joined by yours truly, Giannis Xopoulos, and
Jackson Mansudi.
we want to thank you for joining in for another episode. Hopefully we can give you some takeaway tips that can help improve your health and fitness journey, make the whole process a lot easier and more sustainable. If you're interested in coaching, you can reach out to either of us on our Instagrams. I'm Coach Xopoulos_OS.
Coach Jackson Mansudi _OS.
Or you can DM the Instagram page, Odyssey Strength, or find us on the website, odysseystrength.com.au. Let's get into the episode.
Ski. Oh, welcome back to another episode of the Odyssey Strength Podcast. Joined by
Giannis?
and what's happening, bro?
What episode number are we on?
22?
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. I only remember because when we go to the drive to look at the reel that we post.
You know what's next.
Yeah, I just know. That's it.
It's all right. It's good.
What's happening?
Oh, bro.
How's your weekend? What did you do?
What did I do? So, I had an engagement. Got told I'm going to be a groomsman.
Oh, big deal.
I fucking love that, eh? I feel like it's like one of the highest
honors
that you can receive as a friend.
How do you know the guy?
He lives up the road from me. I've known him for like 10 years.
He's
He's older than me. He's 29.
You know something I noticed about you though? Like where you live, you actually know your neighbors.
Yeah, we know everyone. It's just our street though. Like I don't know. I think it's a WOG thing.
It's a WOG neighborhood, eh?
Yeah, bro, everyone's WOG. Everyone.
Yeah. See, like
Next to us, Greek, other side Greek, cross road from us, Arab.
Yeah.
Next to the Greeks are Arabs. It's like they're everywhere. Up the
Yeah.
road, Arabs, Greeks. We've got like maybe
See,
two-
my
two
area,
Asian
but I mean,
families.
it's not like that I'm in my area very often, but like, I don't know, just don't talk to my
I
neighbors,
love it, bro.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like
It
we
would be a
watch each
nice
other's
thing.
houses and shit when we go away. Everything.
Like you stay there,
No, like they're next door, so
you just watch them.
I watch them. I go outside. I watch them.
You know, like the movie Disturbia?
Like when my parents went away and I was at work, if Bear needed something, someone would go over and like feed him or something.
Yeah, okay. I've never lived in a neighborhood like that.
It's Brighton. It's good.
It's nice, like, yeah, I like it. And even when I'm on your street, it feels like very
Oh,
welcoming.
bro, the reason it feels welcoming is because there's so many cars. Each family has 3 or 4 cars. That's why. You can't fucking find a spot. It's bullshit.
So when's the wedding?
Next July, next June.
Oh, come on.
I don't actually know.
Okay, so I got this theory, right? Like I'm not looking forward to the day that I get told I'm a best man.
Why?
Because like it's like I'd rather be a groomsman, but I don't want to be a best man.
Why?
Firstly, like I don't want to make a speech. Like that pressure of having to
Really?
make a speech.
I think that's the only time. Like I don't like public speaking, even though I was vice captain of primary school. It's a big honor, and we had to make speeches and stuff as a prefect at school. But like I think that's the one time I would actually like to do it.
yeah, like
I think it's just mad. I think it's
like to be fair, yeah, it's like your best mate. Like obviously you're
bro.
gonna ask them.
Oh, you got fucking reins of everything. You can make or break the marriage on the night.
Yeah, but like I don't know, like not to mention you're in charge of the bucks. Like,
Nah.
that's a big. Yeah, it's expensive though, bro.
Everyone pays, you know that, right?
Yeah, I know, but still.
It's not just one dude forking out how
Yeah,
much
but like,
it is.
even as a best man, it costs a lot of money.
Yeah,
Like, you
but
can afford it.
even if you get invited to the Bucks, you still have to pay whatever
Of
everyone
course,
else pays.
yeah, no, I know.
So I'd rather be best man and pay the same as what some other chump would pay.
True, but like, yeah, just the public speaking thing for me as well.
That's
it's
where
just
you draw the line?
Yeah, it's just, like, don't get me wrong. If someone asks me to, I'm going to do it. But like, I'm not going to say I'm like really looking forward to that day.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like, could you say the same thing about your wedding day? Because you still have to make a speech then.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like it's different because, like, I get to speak about the girl I'm marrying, and then the parents. Whereas, like, I got to make sure I don't incriminate this person.
Yeah. I guess you always see the videos of like, oh, groomsmen make speech and like fucks the wedding up, or you have a really good one where it's like,
Have you seen the one of Liao at Brian Tor's wedding?
No.
The rugby players,
No.
the Penrith players.
No.
Bro, it's so bad. Like
he ruins his wedding.
he actually ruins the wedding. Like he proper fucks it.
Why?
He just was saying stupid shit. Like I don't even think it was things that the groom had done. It was just like he was being rude. Yeah. Well, it's on
See,
YouTube. You can go watch it. It's
You see,
so
that's
bad.
what I think is like, if he's actually your best mate, he's not going to fuck your wedding day.
Of course, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it would be tough. Do you think about whose best man you're going to be? I mean, you already know.
Yeah, but it's different because it's like
I don't.
It's not your choice to make.
Yeah, but
So
you have a good idea of who's.
See, if you're me, you're already grafting. You're trying to put bits and pieces together to become everyone's best man. What's that? How many times have you been best man? Once. I've been 3. But then you have too many best mates, so you know.
Yeah, like I don't.
That's a tough problem.
I don't know whose best man I'd be. I don't know.
We'll find out.
We'll see. Next time in 10 years' time.
When this podcast reaches 10-year anniversary,
yeah, we'll revisit it. I put a poll on my story yesterday.
Oh, that fucking chicken and rice one.
Yeah, so to anyone who doesn't already follow us on Instagram that listens to this,
firstly, how dare you for being a fake follower?
Fucking rude.
Instagram is the bare minimum.
Yeah, honestly. But yeah, if you didn't see it, I put on my story, how long would you leave chicken in the fridge for until you throw it out? Personally,
cooked chicken.
chicken.
It's already been made.
Cooked chicken, marinated, everything cooked to perfection in the air fryer. On Sunday, I ate chicken that I cooked the Sunday before.
It's a straight no from me, mate.
It was fine.
I know it's fine, but I think, I don't know, this is really...
I've spoken to a lot of people about this, and I'm not the only one.
Oh, I'm sure, but as someone who's worked with food handling, brother, it's just... I don't know. It's just not, there's a certain... If I went to a restaurant, I've probably been to a restaurant where they've used weak oil ingredients, but anyway, I would expect that it's within the week before 7 days that from cook day to consumption.
Yeah, but that's a restaurant. You're paying for a top quality service.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
What are you saying? You're not, so you can do it?
Yeah, exactly. It's like for me, this is the thing, right? I had a client, and I'm not trying to shit on this client at all. It's just
maybe
they said I put the omelet on my story, right?
Mm. And I was getting very Asian Japanese vibes from that omelet.
It was good, but
it was. I mean, I wouldn't go for an omelet with cheese, but
why not? Cheesy omelet's mad.
Not my vibe. I'm a scrambled eggs dude.
Really? You don't like omelets in general?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Not really. I like the crown omelets. Epicurean,
with the fucking heaps of milk. No.
Epicurean buffet in the morning after you stay at the Crown. Yes, I've stayed at the Crown. It was very nice. They give you so when you have breakfast service, the buffet's fucking...
I've heard it's one of the best buffets in Sydney.
It is mad.
I've heard it's phenomenal.
I would go there just for the breakfast. I wouldn't stay there. I would go there just for breakfast.
No, apparently people try to go there just for the buffet and they can't. Because it's obviously a priority busy for people who
it's so
stay.
Good. And it's chockers.
Yeah.
We were up at 7:30 to be there.
Wow.
Couldn't even sleep in.
Wow. But I've heard it's really good.
Man, you sit down. We sat outside facing the water. Hectic.
Yeah,
right?
That would be good.
They come over. They give you the little sheet of paper with a pencil. And you just tick what you want in your omelette.
That's mad.
Egg whites, whole eggs, you can pick. You got chorizo, ham,
they cater for the bodybuilders.
Spinach, too. Bro. I was like, feta, olives, tomatoes. You can have everything.
Yeah,
I was like, brother, put everything on it.
See, I love omelets. I'm if someone said scrambled eggs or omelet, I'm gonna go omelet.
I think it's because I haven't mastered the art of
making
an omelet.
I was really shit, and then I got better at it, and adding cheese, just if you want
a plain omelet is not that.
No,
great.
It's not that good. But if you want to make it taste good, doing the bare minimum, which is what I'm all about, when it comes to food, is I'll add cheese.
That's a tasty sliced cheese, the packet cheese.
Usually I put the Coles mozzarella, the light one, but I didn't have that, so I just put that.
So what brand was the other one? Bega.
That was literally Coles branded sliced cheese.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
We called that plastic cheese at my grandmother's house.
Yeah, it is plastic cheese.
I used to go in.
Don't get me wrong, it wasn't the most positive, it wasn't the best quality chease, but
it's not even cheese. It's not cheese.
But
that's the equivalent of the liquid cheese out of the can, which, mind you, is mad. Have you heard that?
Yeah, it's good.
You question if this is food.
It was either,
I don't know how it's actually made for human consumption, but
it was either bocconcini or that cheese, and the bocconcini was too many calories, so I just went for that.
Bocconcini is mad.
No, bocconcini is good. I'm not denying that. It was a calorie
Wait,
choice.
How many calories was bocconcini?
I don't know. I didn't check, but I knew it was way more than what I.
How?
The plastic cheese, bro, was 64 calories.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Fair
exactly.
enough.
That's
Was it
my
light?
point. Yeah, no, it was just that was what it was. It was plain plastic cheese.
And the light one's probably like 10 calories. It makes you wonder what's in it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck about my health as long as it fits my macros.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I don't fuck with the omelets.
Anyway, look.
The chicken and rice. Sorry, yeah.
No, not even that. Look, let me wrap this up real quick.
You don't have to wrap it up. It's all right.
If I'm gonna go all out and make a proper omelet, I'm gonna put cheese. I'm gonna put spinach, mushroom, maybe smoked salmon, something like that. But even like, oh, you know what's a good one? One from Indigo Double Bay. That's a mad one. Spanish omelet. Spanish omelet.
That's
really
the only
good.
place I haven't been.
Get the Spanish omelet, really good. But like, yeah, I'm gonna go all out and but like, if I'm on the fly, just like day to day, like it was a fucking Monday, bro. I'm not pouring out fucking pots and pans and doing this and that. But well, yeah, one of my clients.
You pull out a pan to make an omelet.
No, I'm not 5-star service, you know. It's like I just need to fucking eat.
I should eat.
I just need to eat my
I need to eat.
macros.
Go gym.
One of my clients was like, "Why are you eating an omelet in like in the afternoon or like midday?" And I'm like,
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with that.
See, this is like because people like why?
It's a breakfast food, bro.
Bro, shut up.
It's a breakfast food.
People always ask
breakfast
me,
brood.
Like, why do you eat mince and rice at 6 a.m.?
No, that's okay. You can. All right, let me lay some fucking ground rules here, bro. There's only certain times that you can have breakfast foods for dinner. They're acceptable, but it's for dinner. Midday, nah. You don't. I'm not whipping up a fried egg for lunch unless it's going with mince and rice or with some chicken or it's going in a salad or whatever. Omelet, scratched.
See,
For a snack, it's possible, but I'd have boiled eggs instead.
See, to me, it's like if I like me, my goals, it's like I don't care about the time. It's like that if that's the macros that I need.
So you needed 2 eggs with a slice of 64 calorie cheese.
No, I needed the 2 eggs. I wanted the 64 calorie cheese because it tastes better.
So you needed the 2 eggs to complete your calories.
Yeah, I needed a bit more fats and I needed a bit more protein. Literally, I needed the same. So I was like, fuck it.
That's fair.
So
I would probably do that. If I knew that, I'd probably do it.
Yeah, exactly. So to me, it's like I don't see meals as like I've been having oats at night, like after dinner.
Did you just admit that you have an eating disorder?
Fuck off.
I don't see food as food. I see it as numbers.
Yeah, but that's because I have a bodybuilding goal.
I have a body dysmorphia goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, mad.
But this is the thing, right? Like, I don't attach a lot of emotion to food.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe that's just because of where I'm at.
No, I think it comes with
Practice.
Yeah, but it's a choice as well. Like, it takes more effort to eat healthy and delicious at the same time. Not that those things are two exclusive things, but it is a little bit harder to make delicious foods fit your macros. Because by nature, things that are delicious are probably not super great.
Yeah, they're more
for fat loss
dense
goals
as
or whatever.
well,
Yeah, it's like I had 2 eggs on avocado toast, and you're like, yeah, it's 1,000 calories.
Yeah. People are like, well, I don't know why my fats are so high. And then like
You
I
ate
look at
fucking whole avocado.
yeah, I look at the day like I had avocado, I had butter, and
Salmon.
I'm like, salmon. I'm like, bro, and
But
eggs. Like eggs have quite a bit of fat in them too.
And a skim latte.
Yeah, fuck. And like again, there's nothing wrong with wanting to enjoy those things, but like, if you are sticking to a calorie goal, it's like you got to make these considerations.
Yeah, Georgina eats weird. She eats strangely.
I was telling one of my clients on Monday in their check-in, I'm like, you know, you're dieting, right? So you're so food focused. Like you revolve like your whole day.
You're thinking about everything to do with food.
Next meal. I'm hungry. This has got to fit this. I got to make sure it's got this. But I think where people sort of miss, I'm big on this, and we're both big on this.
Oh, what are we big on?
Like they miss the point where it's like, just because you dieted doesn't mean you can let your foot off the gas and go back to the same shitty habits you had before.
Oh, bro, you got to adopt a whole new set.
Yeah. So like I said this to a client in a check-in. I was like, look, bro, like we're getting to that point where we're kind of wrapping up this diet. We've lost a lot of weight. It's like I know that you're probably going to think that you're going to have to do these things anymore and be as food focused, and that's right. But it doesn't mean that we totally throw out all the habits that we've built right now.
That's a good way. If you want to throw them away, it's a good way to put the weight back on.
Well, this is the thing, right? It's like your diet.
Undo all of that good work that you just did.
Your diet doesn't work if you put the weight back on. Like, just doesn't. It's like,
Yeah.
and I put it on my story. I don't know I forgot what that guy's name is. 4 weeks to on my story. Anyway, he's like Instagram
I
handle
saw
is,
it. Yeah, I saw it.
yeah, it's like building muscle is easy, dieting is easy, but maintaining the habits to help you keep the weight off is what's hard.
Yeah, for sure. Like thinking about dieting and the difference in habits, bro. It's like you have to time your meals so that everything's like so you don't go crazy as well. And obviously, most people work. If you're unemployed, well, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But like timing meals with work as well, so that you don't become such a zombie.
Yeah,
It's hard.
it is hard, but it doesn't mean that you can leave that time. Like, for example, like keto's great or like intermittent fasting is great. I lost so much weight. It's like, but did you keep it off? That 10 kilos you lost?
It's funny you say that. Actually, one of my clients, she said, "Oh, sorry, it's fucking hot in here." She said, "Oh, I had this lady from my work. She cut out all carbs and she lost all the weight before Europe." And then I said, "Oh yeah, did she?" I said, "What she looked like when she come back from Europe?" She was like, "Oh, she put all the weight back on." I was like,
Yeah.
Check, cashed. Because it's just like you cut out a whole macronutrient, you're bound to do. Your body is bound to respond. Like it's. If you didn't respond, I'd be more shocked.
Yeah, of course.
But then you're shocked when you reintroduce that macro nutrient, so carbs, after you've eaten a whole fucking pizza to yourself. Like, because you're like, oh, I've lost weight. I can eat whatever the fuck I want. But then when you put all the weight back on, you're like, I don't know what went wrong. It's like, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, like I think you have to realize that once you diet and you go back to normal life, like that normal life has to look different to what it did before. Otherwise, you're going to end up back in the same position you did before.
Yeah, there's definitely got to be some sort of sacrifice to be able to keep whatever you've been doing. It's
Yeah.
like saving money as well.
Yeah, it's
You win the lotto. If you don't change your habits, you end up. Actually, I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to search it because it can't be fucked. But most lotto winners actually, if they were poor or like, I don't like using the word broke because it sounds so American. But like if they were not so well off and they win the lotto, because of their spending habits, they end up going back to where they were if they don't have like a cash management plan.
Yeah, of course, because
Fucking crazy.
You just run into all this money, and it's the same thing, right?
Buy a Lambo.
Yeah. Well, you lose all this weight, so you think you now have this free pass to go do what you want because you look so good, and you're like, oh well, like I'm lean.
shredded.
I'm shredded now, so I can do what I want, and I'm going to stay shredded. It's like, no, it doesn't work. And if you want an actual takeaway from this and be like, what do I then do? It's like, well, adopt the habits that you use to get leaner and stick to them, but give yourself a little bit more playing room.
Yeah, not sure who said it. I've heard it many times from many different people, but it's like if you're 80 kilos, you want to be, 75 kilos or 70 kilos, you need to act the way the 75 kilo person acts.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no better way to say it than that. Like, when I think about it, I'm like, okay, vice versa. You want to put weight on, you need to act and eat and train as if you were 90 kilos so that you can become that person.
Yeah.
Because the habits are what makes the person or makes the result.
Yeah.
It's nothing else because the habits will make the daily actions. Daily actions means that you can continue that repeated progress, which gets you to the goal. So the habits are what everything, that cornerstone behavior.
And people like hit that goal and they're like, oh yeah, I did it. And then it's like, well, now what? Like,
blowout.
Yeah, exactly. You hit this, like you're so focused on hitting this goal and then you do it. And then you're like, you have no direction of where to go next. So you just lose all focus and then you just go back to exactly where you were.
I find that that's what happens when people diet for their birthdays. People say, well, I say, like, oh, what are you dieting for? My birthday. Fuck. Why? It's one day. So you're doing eight weeks of work for one day so you can fucking smash yourself. Like, fair enough. Like, have a fantastic day on your birthday. Do whatever the fuck you want. Like, if you don't go gym, that's fine. If you don't eat protein, who gives a fuck? But like, what I can't fathom in my head is dieting for at least 8 weeks or however long it is for one day. Like, for me, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, people could say, why am I dieting for a show when it's one day?
So you're going to do one day? You're going to do one show?
No, I'm going to do multiple shows.
So why'd you even mention it?
Yeah, because like not a lot of people do multiple shows.
I get it, but it's different values, right? It's like,
that's the thing though. It's a value thing.
Oh, it's not my values.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you don't agree with me, fuck you.
If you want to get shredded for your birthday, come to me then.
No, I'll still get you shredded, but I'll just ask you, like,
why?
did you have a good day?
Yeah, why?
And if you didn't, it's like majority of the people then put all the way back on because they're like, oh, well, I fucked it up.
So this is the thing, right? In one of my check-ins, I said, we're going into this Christmas period. It's like, how are we going to manage this? It's like, obviously, if you enjoy, like Jason says it all the time, in that Christmas period, the reality is you probably got maybe 3, 4, at most 5 days where you're going to not be tracking training and blow out.
Yeah, what do you think to a minimum acceptable time? That's a good segue. So I'll talk about Christmas management, call it.
Well, yeah, so it's like, think of it this
Start
way.
with training or nutrition?
Both. Because like the way I'm going to break it down is like the events that people would have. Your work Christmas party.
Oof, big one.
Fair enough.
Big one, yeah.
Slay King and Queens. Go for it.
Get wrecked.
Yeah. Christmas with your family.
Yep.
So that's 2 days.
Christmas Eve and day. Christmas Day.
Yep, done.
Most people don't do Christmas Eve.
So that's 3 days. 3 days.
Yeah.
And then let's say New Year's Eve.
Yeah, and then you've got New Year's Day.
New Year's Day. So
well.
4 or 5 days.
5 days, yeah.
Those 5 days shouldn't be the reason that you fuck everything up. Because you've got 4 or 5 days, and in between those, you probably have like the space of a month. Within those, like there's 5
like the
days.
rest of the calendar.
Yeah, you got
month.
5 days out of a month that you just don't have to. You don't need to fuck up. It's like,
you
but
can still try. You can still apply
you can
yourself.
still try. It's like, but I want to go out. It's like, yeah, cool, go out, but just like pick your fucking battles, man. Like,
don't make it a party month.
Yeah, like why you have to get fucked up every single day when you can still pick and choose the days? And it's like, if you don't value or like you don't want to super like go crazy on the Christmas Eve or the Christmas Day and you want to choose other days, then go for it. But like, I'm just picking the common ones. And in between those days, you can still hit your macros, or practice your healthy habits of eating protein, getting enough carbs in, and training hard.
Does anything change for you when it comes to this time?
I take Christmas Eve and day.
Yep.
And that's it. New Year's Eve, personally, I don't like. Like, it's not a day.
It's not a thing.
It's not a thing for me. Like,
you have a couple of drinks?
Have a couple of drinks, maybe, and that's it. New Year's Day, I'm like back to it. Because to me, it's like, I mean, I personally couldn't think of anything worse than waking up on New Year's Day, hung the fuck over. It's like, it's the first day of the year and I'm going to start it like this. That doesn't sit well with me. Because it's like, I want to have this mad year. I want to do all these things, kick these goals business-wise and personal-wise. And it's like, I'm going to wake up hungover and cooked. Fuck that, bro. Like, what type of values am I holding to myself if that's me? But that's just me. If you enjoy that and that's fine, by all means, go for it. Like, I'm not holding anything against you. That's just my thought process behind it.
Fair enough.
Do you have big New Year's Eve?
I have had in the past.
I mean, I have too.
I think, for me, it's just another day.
That's the thing. And I think it's overhyped. Like,
the only thing that changes is just the date. So it's like, okay, yeah, I understand that it's like, it is, but I don't, like, I go, okay, the first day of the year isn't really, for me, January 1st. It's the first day back at work.
Yeah.
And then it's on from there.
Yeah.
Because normally I would have 2 weeks off. So that doesn't mean I become some fat slob. I'm just fucking eating Maccas and fucking pizzas and shit like that. It's just like, I'm not in that mode straight away.
For me, it's like, I want to start off my year feeling the best I can in the best mindset I can.
Yeah.
So it's like, on the first day, I'm going to go to the gym. Because that's where I feel good.
I would probably go to the gym as well.
That's where I feel good. And then I'll go
regardless
to the beach.
if I'm hungover or not, I can fucking
go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even if I am hungover, like, I want to go to the gym. Because like,
that's a fat pump and go to the beach.
That's where I feel good. Yeah, so, but yeah, in terms of like Christmas and stuff, like, personally, I'll go like, even the work Christmas party, like, depends. Like, it really depends who I'm around. Like, my environment is so important to me. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to go hard if it's people that I don't value my time with.
That's fair. So, I think that's a good takeaway. It's like, you don't, there's not an obligation to get absolutely fucked up at every event.
Yeah, yeah. But, I had this on. It's like, do you even like those people?
Probably not.
Probably not. So then why are you going to fucking like spend all this money, wake up the next day, feel shit, not go to the gym?
Yeah.
Because I think that's the biggest thing, right? It's like, you have these 5 days out of the month that you're willing to let go, but it's like, do they carry over to the next 3 days?
Yeah, well, this is the thing is, it's always the first
skipped meal or the first skip training session, you're not going to say, huh? Okay, fair enough. You've skipped it. The second time you do it, that's a choice, brother. That is a choice. So, like, if you're sitting there, you're like, and I did the same thing. Last week, I missed a session. Got to Saturday, and I was like, oh, fuck, I missed a session. I don't know why. I just didn't get around to it. Probably because I just couldn't be fucked. And Jason was like, do you not like this session? I was like, no, I honestly, hand on my heart, just lazy. I was like, I just can't be fucked. He's like, okay, just don't do it again. Because once you start letting it roll, once you start letting that rope out, it just fucking goes. It's like fishing line. You fucking let it go, it's straight away.
And I think that's when it comes in, because I said this to someone, like really understanding why you're doing something, like your goal. It's like, why are you really doing it? So like, I'll be very vulnerable in this situation for a second.
I wish I could zoom in. You can zoom in.
Why am I competing? Right? Like, what is the real reason I want to step on stage?
I don't even know this. I was going to ask you about.
Like, for me, I was a chubby kid, hated school. My whole high school experience was terrible.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not like other people made it terrible, I thought really bad of myself.
Yeah, it's tough. I think as a kid, you don't know how to kind of work through different feelings. It sounds very floozy. Yeah, it's like you just go, okay, I am this.
Yeah.
And you're stuck in that one little feeling. And no one goes, oh, like, or if someone lends you a helping hand, it's like, oh, it's okay, it'll be all right. Which is like, that's not what you probably needed.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's nowhere else for you to kind of express that feeling. It's like, oh, you just have to deal with it.
Yeah. So my thought process through high school was like, I don't deserve good things.
Yeah, fair.
Like, I don't deserve to be. And like,
it's your story.
Yeah. Like, I looked up to kids in my school who were bigger, and like, I saw that they had confidence. I saw that they had all friends. They had a cool circle. They hung around like good looking girls, like all these things.
So you've equated, that image to having all these things.
That status, yes.
Yeah,
and then then I found the gym, and I obviously just so happened to have enjoyed it. But then it's like, why am I competing? It's because I want to prove to that little kid that I am that.
It's funny that you say that, because I think I was that same way with sport.
Yeah.
It's like you find this group of people, or you look up to this group of people who have X friends, they do this, they talk about this, and you're like, oh, you start idolizing that because that's somewhere that you think you can fit in.
Yeah.
And then you don't force yourself to become like that, but you start to take steps and a path to be able to say, okay, I am this person.
Yeah.
And that's why, you have the friends that you have now.
Yeah, 100%. And like, that's purely like, if someone's gonna say, oh, like, that's really like egotistical of me in a way, it's like, yeah, it is. But like, it's also what gets me out of bed in the morning.
That's fair.
Like, I think there's nothing wrong with using fear as a drive.
As long as it's positive.
As long as it's having a positive impact on you. And it's like not ruling your life. Like, I don't sit here and like, oh, fuck, like, I'm not this person. Like, no, I'm now more of obviously a confident person, and like, I run a business, and I can speak to people and stuff like that. But it's like, for me, this is just something I've always wanted to do. I look up to people in the sport, and like, I'm attracted to the idea of bodybuilding and stepping on stage.
And that's why you do.
But then the real driver, like deep down, comes from there. But I also love it. So it's like, and then this is when it comes to tie this in. It's like, I always ask my clients, it's like, why are you here? Like, what do you actually want from this? And like, I want to feel fitter. I'm like, no. Why are you here? And they're like, oh, like, I wouldn't mind feeling better. I'm like, okay, so you're not here because you want to be fitter. You're here because you want to feel confident in your swimmers. Why do you want to feel confident? You don't right now? No. Why not? Like, literally tell me, like, because I said this in a consult the other day. It's like, not knowing the real reason why is not going to be enough, because it's not going to work. It's not going to be the reason you push that meal away. It's not going to be the reason you go to the gym. Like, you need to have a reason big enough that's going to get you out of bed into the gym at 5 a.m., whether that's the time you train or not. Because if you've got a busy lifestyle and you're like, oh, I'm busy. It's like, no. If you have a real reason as to why you're actually doing something, you'll fucking make time. So it's like, and again, I'll put this into more of like a general population. It's like, why are you training? You're a mum and you want to stick around long enough to play with your kids and your grandkids. That's a big enough reason to get out of bed and go to the fucking gym. Or you're tired after a long day of work and you need to go to the gym. It's like, that reason there that you want to be around long enough to play with your grandkids is going to be the reason you go to the fucking gym. Or you want to look good for your partner because you want to make sure that you give them the best version of yourself. Like, that's the reason you're going to go to the gym. Not because you want to fucking look good on your birthday.
Yeah, so, babe, if you're listening to this, I'm trying to give you the best version of myself.
Well, this is the thing.
That's why
right?
I eat all the food I can possibly fucking eat in my life.
Well, you said it yourself, right? It's like the reason you pursue this is because there was a point in your life where you didn't feel confident, and this gave you that.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I guess as well, but it's funny because you always think to yourself like, oh, it's because of this or it's because of this. It's like, yeah, it probably is those things as well, but there's some deeper level that is the reason that you're gonna go when you don't want to go.
Yeah.
Right. And then, like the session that I missed, like I was probably just like, it's not
like
important in the long run, so I'm not gonna fucking
like. There's nothing wrong with missing a session. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
it's like,
just don't make it a choice. Just don't make it a choice.
Yes, it's like the habits, the things that the why is what builds the habits.
Yeah.
Like, that's the long term thing. Like, your why is what's gonna make you stick to something long term. Obviously, we all fuck up.
Yeah. So when you're on fucking your Christmas break, and someone says, "Oh, do you want another beer?" Just say no. It's going to be hard. Like, I think managing training and nutrition over these periods is tough for a lot of people.
It's the most difficult time of year
because you already struggle enough as it is in your normal routine, and for most people that they don't have a good routine that has the foundations to be able to say, no, I do this instead of this. I'm not going to go to fucking breakfast or whatever it is. I've got my breakfast. Or I have this meal instead of this meal. I'm not going to eat the work lunch. I'm not going to have beers at lunch or whatever it is. I've got a meal already. And then if you don't have that established routine and you're presented with, shiny, flashy objects, or look at this food, I've got this food, all these foods in front of me, I've got to try all these tasty things, like that can be very overwhelming. And you got to manage it with social presence, with all people, pressure, like WOG families. Try these and have this and have this. I haven't seen you so long, and then this, and it's just like, fuck. All right, put it all on my plate and I'll just eat it all to make everyone happy. So combine that with the fact that you also have to go to the gym probably 3 to 5 days a week, and you want to relax because you're on fucking holidays. Like, there's definitely a tug of war that goes on between, what you should do and what you feel like you need to do during this time.
Yeah, well, it's difficult, right? But like, shit's supposed to be different. Like, I say this all the time. When you're in this journey of health and fitness, there's going to come a point where shit is hard.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that it's an excuse to not do it.
Yeah. Oh, the aircon's off. Anyway, that's how good my hearing is. So how would you manage nutrition on, let's say, Christmas Day? And then I'll give you my version. I'll see if they're good.
Honestly, like, as I said, if it's one of those 5 days, like, I'm just going to enjoy myself.
Just going to eat whatever.
I don't like the feeling of being so full that I feel sick.
Yeah, I think that's a really important thing. Like, I'm not the person to talk to about this because when I see certain foods.
It's hard, yeah, but
I just smash
when
it.
Nonna pulls out the fucking homemade salami, like.
Bro, mine's like sweets and meat.
Yeah, meat for me.
Souvlakia.
Yeah.
I just can't stop.
Yeah, 100%.
In the little pitas, game over.
But you're choosing that battle.
100%. But you know what it is? I go home, sleep, wake up, do it again.
Yeah, and it's the 2 days out of the year where you like look forward to. Bro, my stepdad's dad, or my step nonno, whatever you want to call him, brother, the bugs.
What bugs?
Like Moreton Bay bugs.
Oh yeah.
Garlic butter on them.
Oh, game over.
Schnitzel fucking prawns.
Oof.
Oh, I look forward to that meal every year. It's my favorite meal of the year.
Do you eat breakfast before you go?
Nah, fuck no.
So this is the thing as well. I think like
don't be stupid. I have a protein shake maybe, but not even that.
Yeah, I don't think any year I've eaten breakfast.
Nah.
Maybe as a kid I might have had a bit of cereal here and there.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think back. Like, nah, I don't even think I did the.
Well, it's so early as well. Like usually our barbecue's at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, bro.
If you're not there at 12, people are like,
"What do you mean? You rock up at 11 and you help set the table."
We're missing the pasta salad. Where are you? But it's like I would definitely say like to manage your nutrition on these days, any day. So we'll take Boxing Day. I know is really popular for people as well. They take it as another day. Like if you go to the beach and stuff, you can probably skip out on breakfast or have a protein shake. Like really starting up. That's what I do on the weekends now is I have a double scoop protein shake in the morning as soon as I wake up because I know that my nutrition the routine is different than the
So
weekday.
different, yeah.
So I'm not going to eat the same meals. Like I look at chicken and rice on the weekend. I'm like, I fucking hate you.
I can't say I'm the same, but yeah, go on.
I don't know. It's just because for me, I'm like, okay, I can use this time. I don't have to be time pressed. I can use this time to make something else that I
yeah,
wouldn't
no,
normally
fair
eat.
enough. Yeah,
And I like cooking, so it's a bit weird. It's like it's just different.
yeah, I like cooking too.
Yeah, our versions of cooking are different.
Yeah.
But it's like I would have lunch with my parents or with G or whatever. So it's like I need to make sure that I'm having that serving of protein that falls in alignment with my target and my overall goal because that's what this is all about. On the weekend, otherwise I'm fucked. Like I could get to 9 p.m. and I'm like, oh fuck, I've had like 20 grams of protein.
Yeah, but
And that's where I noticed as well, looking back at let's say the last 3 months, I noticed that was where my downfall was. Is that my nutrition on the weekend? I could smack 3,500 calories from Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, I could be content at like 1,500 because one, I'm out of routine, and two, I'm not moving enough.
Yeah,
I just don't think about it. Like I'll just be on the couch and I'm not doing anything.
yeah, it's a lot easier to forget. But also, like you bring it back to you having lunch with your parents and G. It's
Yeah.
like that's a real big value based thing, right?
Yeah,
And I think it's important. I spoke to a client about that. It's like she goes out on Sundays with a friend
every
Where
week.
yeah, every week. It's like that's important to you.
Yeah.
That's so important. And it helps your mental health, right? Because you spend quality time with your family or your friends and you feel good when you do it. Because you're like, fuck yeah, like I get to sit here with my family and it feels good. But you don't have to you can manage that a lot better. And choose to do that just by doing the things before and after that. So it's like before, it's like you get that double scoop of protein in. After
you don't make it the whole day.
yeah, you go back to the usual routine and you enjoy that meal, and there's nothing wrong with that because to a degree that's positively impacting your health because it helps your mental health and it aligns with your values. But after that, back
Back to
business as
normal.
usual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't make it a whole fucking party
Yeah,
weekend blowout because that's if I know there's so many people that are like that's me because it's like one thing if you're the person that spirals and you're like one meal and then I've already fucked my morning. I went out had a big breakfast. I'm just gonna have lunch now and I'm gonna have dinner out. Like there's a lot of people I've spoken to over the last 3 years of PT that have that same mentality of I've already done the damage in the morning. I should just enjoy the rest of the day. And it's like, I don't think you understand. It's like that James Smith thing. You don't fucking
slash one tire,
or you pop one tire and slash the other three. Like
yeah,
that is the best way to describe it.
yeah.
And it's so applicable because it's so easy to do.
It's silly because
Like I've eaten Macca's twice in the same day purely because of that. This was a while ago, but
yeah,
I've been
when
like,
I was younger and I was doing that, I was like, oh, I fucked it already.
yeah, I'll just fucking go and get whatever.
Now, like for example, Saturday's my free meal.
One meal?
One meal. Chebo's Burgers.
Oh, I'm getting Chebo's on Sundays.
Yeah. Like we'll go like Kayla and I will go have our free meal, choose whatever we want, whatever we're feeling. Had crust pizza on the weekend. Fuck, go. Peri peri chicken. Shut the gates.
You know, I can only do wood-fired pizza. I'm such a fucking snob.
Bro, you're actually a princess.
I'm a snob. Everything else fucking
Talk to me when you grow up.
ruins
Anyway.
my stomach, bro.
Like leading up to that meal, business as usual.
Even breakfast as well.
Breakfast as well.
Because you train before that meal, I assume, on
Yes,
Saturday.
I usually have a dinner.
Oh, right. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that makes
So
sense.
breakfast, lunch.
That's pretty good then, yeah.
It's like training, business as usual.
Yeah.
You know, Mac goes in, and then the day after, I wake up in the morning, same.
Back
And
to
you know
normal.
what? My fucking digestion for it is so much better as well.
Yeah, I got to say, like, once you have experienced clean digestion, like there's so many foods I don't eat purely because of the way they make me feel.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, I'm no fucking gut doctor. Like, definitely.
No, but if
not.
you're fucking bloated and shitting yourself, that's a pretty good sign that you probably should improve your digestion
unless
somewhere.
you're eating 3,700 calories.
Then I can't help you.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, don't ask us.
It's like it's just pure the fact that you're consuming such like all 4,700 calories.
bro. Poor bloke.
Oh, bro.
But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, if you want to feel better, you could probably omit some of the non-well digesting foods out of your diet. So like if you're having lunch is out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you wake up and you're like, I don't know why my stomach is cooked. Chances are it's probably because you just fucking ate so much shit.
Bro, I had a client check in with me and he goes, "Oh, you're like, my food's gotten so much better since I stopped eating so much out." And I'm like,
It's crazy. And then when you go and eat out, you're fucked after.
I'm like, yeah, that's kind of how it works.
So Brett, my client, I can name him because he used to do this so often. He would DoorDash or like menu log Marcelleria
Oh wow.
from Bondi to his house. Fucking lazy prick. But then, like, I just said to him, one, you could save yourself money if you cooked it yourself, right? But two, like, he was like, the dude's lost like 10 kilos in 10 weeks or whatever it was.
That's crazy.
It's fucking wild. Like, when you're, and the same with Alex, like, when you take away all the bullshit eating, the limit for progression is wild.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it's, you get what I mean.
Yeah. So the capacity.
The capacity for progression is wild. Right?
Yeah.
But then also, like, we went out. I remember we went out for dinner. I went to Miss G's, the restaurant. We ate exactly the same thing. I saw him the next day. He was like, "Bro, I'm fucked." He goes, "I literally on the bathroom because of everything that's in it. Once you start eating clean, like, you notice, okay, no wonder I've felt this way for so long.
Yeah.
Because you just eat out. Almost fucking every meal was eating out. And then once you switch your diet, you're like, okay, I don't feel like death anymore.
Yeah.
You just
100%.
feel fresh.
Especially like fiber, like no one gets, even me at one point. It's like fiber's so important.
There's been some days where I've had some low fiber.
Yeah.
Low fiber, bro. Good luck.
Yeah. What are we at time wise?
41 Minorunis.
Oh, that's good.
It's good.
Should we wrap it up?
Do you want to?
Yeah, I think that's a good.
Well, you can.
good
Oh,
copy.
we'll talk about beverages just with Christmas very quickly.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
tied into nutrition.
Well, yeah, I think that's where most people sort of fall off the wagon.
This is the big one. It's like a bit of a beveraginos.
I actually got something that's going to nip that in the butt straight away.
Tell the people.
So, like, and I heard this from.
If you say vodka sodas, I'll fucking slap you.
No, I mean,
They're chat.
I don't mind.
They're
it.
fucking shit drink.
Nah, okay.
If you drink vodka soda,
before we
you're
get
a
into
grump.
this,
You're a
I'm
grump.
going to be honest. I don't think any alcohol actually tastes good. If you like the taste of alcohol, you're weird.
I don't know, bro.
Like, don't tell me that vodka tastes good.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
But you picked the one that tastes like literal ethanol. That's like one of the
Actually,
dirtiest
to be
ones.
fair, I'll take it back.
No,
No,
no.
grill me, take it back. Lately, a beer has gone down. All right. Yeah.
Mad Peroni?
Yeah.
Hectic.
I think from Europe, like, because I drank a lot of beer,
They're mad.
it went down nice. The Greek beer, shut the gates.
But it's different.
Yeah, it's good.
Alpha has my heart. Alpha on top.
But my point that I was going to say is that if you start getting, so let's say you take 5-6 drinks to feel a bit tipsy, drunk, whatever,
Yeah,
depending
probably.
on what
Average
you've
it
eaten
out. Yep.
the day before.
Yep.
And then 7 and 8, you're like, you're there.
Getting a bit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anything past that point is not like it
Doesn't help. Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not gonna. You're not gonna feel better. You're just doing more damage.
Never thought about that.
Yeah. So it's like
You make me feel bad now.
You're getting a diminishing return.
Fuck.
You're just making it worse.
Making
So-
the next day fuck.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like if you get to that point, and it's like different story. If you space it out a little bit more, obviously, like
Yeah, I've never thought about that.
Really?
No, like even when I went out, like a couple weeks ago, I went to Sandbox.
Yeah.
I just kept drinking and drinking and drinking.
Yeah, but for what reason?
I don't know. I guess I was just there and I was just like, oh, I'll have another drink because
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do.
So then, if you are someone who wants to like be a little bit more conscious about that, then it's like if you know you're gonna get drunk at 7 or 8, why go to 12? Because like you're not gonna get any more drunk. If anything, you're just gonna feel shitter the next day.
Okay, that's a very valid point.
Hey, brother, I told you, I'll fucking dip in the butt. Shut the gate. Thank you for coming. Honesty Strength Podcast. See you next week.
Well, so recommendations. If you are drinking alcohol over the Christmas break, try to look, Christmas Day, drink whatever the fuck you want. But if you're gonna have a few events, bang, 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 lined up, try not to go crazy and have like
if it's-
15,000 drinks
If
every
it's
day.
outside of those 5 days, right, and it's like you know that 3 or 4, even 5, get you to that point. It's like just have those 5 and stick at that point.
It was actually funny last year. I think my sister was here last year, and coming from Europe, they have a bit of a drinking culture. Right, it was like a Tuesday. It was holidays, right? Tuesday, we were having gin and tonics, and I was like, it's a Tuesday. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? For me, during the week is a no.
Yeah, no. Bro, I don't even go out during the week.
I was sitting there and I was like, what am I doing?
Sounds like you want to get dinner on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I'm like, hey.
It's got to be Wednesday onwards for me.
Yeah, it's
It's
more
hump day.
acceptable. More acceptable.
Acceptable?
Acceptable.
He's fried. Legs fried. But, you know, I had to pull myself back and I was like, I've just had 3 gin and tonics on Tuesday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
This is not okay.
This is no go.
This is a no-go, regardless of holidays or not. Like, there's just some things that I just can't do. It's like when I see people drinking beers on their lunch break at like,
Yeah, no.
what's that place at Bondi? Tea Gardens. Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah, no.
Right? But this is the thing is like, if you're going to do it, just know why, have whatever you're going to have, and then leave it.
Yeah.
Don't have any more.
Just remember the diminishing return.
And
At what
don't eat like a fucking bastard after that. Because that's where the damage is done as well. Like,
Yeah,
you just go, fuck, I eat a kebab and eat Macca's, blah, blah, blah. And you just make everything worse. Just
the
compounding
one night
effects.
doesn't ruin you. It's the following.
And then you're training shit, you sleep shit, and then you wonder why you feel shit.
So if you want to not feel shit, you can just DM us for coaching. Hey, that was a good podcast.
The Christmas special, you know, if you sign up, you might get a present from us. Who knows? But you have to sign up first.
Yeah, you just got to buy us a bike first.
Maybe I get a bike for Christmas. I'll buy myself a bike for Christmas. Anyways.
All right, guys. We'll catch you in the next episode. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Ciao.